Hello, beautiful mama. Welcome to Navigating Motherhood with Confidence. I'm Dr. Sarah Hardy, registered naturopathic doctor, mother, and creator of VitalityNaturalHealth.ca. This program supports informed, intuitive mothering by providing reliable information on a variety of family health topics and featuring moms who are nourishing the connection with their inner wisdom and integrating it into real life every day. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome Annie P. from AnniePichette.com. Annie is a mother of two and is passionate about supporting you to heal your core, the center of your body, and your source of energy and intuitive wisdom.
Welcome, everyone, to Navigating Motherhood with Confidence, Episode 1 with Annie P. from AnniePichette.com. Annie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's just jump right in and get started. Tell us about your favorite practice for nourishing the connection with your inner wisdom.
Okay. My favorite practice would be to actually connect with nature in order to quiet my mind. And that is the way that I really connect with my inner wisdom.
Yeah. So is there a way that you connect with nature on a day-to-day basis?
It depends on the season. I have the chance to live on the lake and in nature, so I'm surrounded by trees and the lake and the water. So in the summer, I always go in the water no matter what. I jump in the water, even if it's for just 5 minutes. That's my element. That when I was living in Nova Scotia, I had to go to the beach and just watch the ocean, and that was so powerful. But now I don't have this, but I have the lake, and I just jump in the lake and swim for a few, even just a few minutes, and that's my way. I just feel it's almost like cleansing and washing off all the negative energy, all the things that I don't need, and then I'm able to see more clearly and focus and really hear my inner wisdom that way. So that's me. That's I know that water is my element. That's for sure thing.
Yeah.
But we're really lucky to have right by my house. There's actually a private park, which is like 4 kilometers of trails, and we get access to it because we live on the lake. So just to walk in the trees and just having that breeze, and then looking at right now the trees are turning colors, so I always go for a walk and just smell the air, and just it's the time that I don't have to think about my to-do list. I can really just take in that moment and look around and see how amazing the world is. It's just so gorgeous. To take the time to breathe, and yeah. And then other times that it's if the weather doesn't allow me to go outside, or it's rare, but if I do a practice at home, I try to bring in the elements of nature. So I'll light a candle for the fire, and I'll have my crystals for like more the earth, and then I'll have, if I can bring the water, I'll just like recreate the elements of the nature. So that's, to me, it's really, really important, and it makes me feel grounded, really. So
Yeah. So if you can't actually get physically out in nature on a particular day, whether it's weather that's created a barrier, or whether it's simply the craziness of life that has created a barrier for really immersing yourself in nature, it's nice to have those reminders, whether they're actual examples of it, like you say, rocks or crystals, or a candle for that fire aspect, or even whether it's pictures of favorite places in nature, or places that you would love to visit that really tell that story or engage that aspect of natural being.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it sounds like, Annie, too, with this sort of immersing yourself in nature, whether you're actually outdoors and in that natural space, or whether you've created a space indoors, that you're really engaging all of your senses to sort of ground you in that moment. You're smelling the air, and you're feeling the breeze, or feeling the water around you if you're swimming, and sort of drinking in that moment, so to speak.
There you go. It's exactly using those senses make me be present in the moment. Like when you're noticing what you're smelling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, it's because you're actually in the moment. And I think that's the ultimate goal to be present and be free and be in connection with yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So as a mom, how does that practice of immersing yourself in nature integrate into real life?
Mm, well, like I do believe that it's important to take time for ourselves, but I also, we are moms, we're busy, we have, work or businesses or life in general. So to me, it was really important to involve my kids in those practices in order to make sure that it happens during my days. So if I can do it alone, then fine, it's amazing. But if I can't, then I want my kids will just come along, and they actually enjoy it as much as I do. So they'll come and swim in the lake, they'll go for a walk, or they're even, I've used my kids to do some meditation at night, some healing practices. We do Reiki, we use crystals, we do meditation or breathing exercises. So they're, ever since they're born, they're used to this. So it's not so it's part of their routine as well. So it makes it easier for me to get my own practice in. However, I do get up earlier in the morning to make sure that I get my time to journal and to do some meditation on my own as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So two ways then that it really integrates into life
Mhm.
for you. Having that solitude first thing in the morning, getting up bright and early before the rest of the household is up and going and moving, so that you have a little bit of time and space for yourself, for nourishing that connection with nature. And then, as you say, sort of really integrating it into life by including your little ones in those processes as well. And it's so important, I think, like as moms, and as moms who really aim to have that connection with our inner wisdom, it can sometimes be challenging, because we think that, we have to sit on a meditation cushion for 30 minutes or 45 minutes to get the benefit of that connection. And life doesn't always sort of conspire to give that to us. And what a gift it is for us to sort of simplify those practices, both for ourselves, but also as a way of getting little ones involved in those processes. And it can be as simple as, out for a walk with a little person, a toddler or a preschooler, and really cueing them around engaging their senses. What do you smell? What does this feel like? Those kinds of ways that we use our senses to bring us to the present moment, but they're always already so wonderfully natural in the present moment.
I know. This
Just
morning,
asking questions can help them sort of dive even a little bit deeper.
yeah, like this morning, my little girl was asking if we could go and pick some pink and purple leaves. Oh, there's,
Can you hear the, sorry, can you
Okay.
still
So she was looking for
sorry.
pink and purple leaves. The leaves are changing at this time of year here in Canada, and she wanted pink and purple leaves. That's totally reasonable.
I know. I was like, fine, let's go look for pink and purple leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But I also wanted to mention that when my little kids were really young, like babies,
Mhm.
because I wasn't getting a lot of sleep during the night, I was not able to get up earlier. Like my sleep was really important. So it started just once they were sleeping all night long that I was able to get up earlier. So I don't want, I know that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So it's just important to listen to our bodies that like, even though, yes, you need that time, but it might not just be possible right now because of if you're a new mom, the sleep is really, really important. So what I was doing is I would take while I was breastfeeding or a little, moment during my day, I would only take it like 2 minutes to do a breathing exercise just to reconnect with myself and do some journaling. And that was it. I wasn't putting too much pressure on, I need to get up early, I need to do my meditation. It could be overwhelming. So it's just to step back and just take, even a 2 minutes will make a difference. So to not put too much pressure. Now things are easier. The girls are sleeping all like through the night. So it gives me that opportunity to get up earlier, which is really nice, but it has not been like this for forever.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
too remember those days of very little sleep when Emery was small. And, sometimes some of the most nourishing moments were just rocking in the rocking chair. He's right there with me. I didn't have that complete solitude, but like you say, just doing some breathing or listening to some soothing music, or if you happen to have a carrier to, strap on that baby carrier and go outside into that fresh air. Because if we can find those little moments of peacefulness and connection with our inner wisdom, it's amazing how much it influences our little person's energy and mood and all that, whether they're infants or whether they're toddlers or whether they're older children. How we're feeling really, really influences how they're feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, Annie, is there a process that you could guide us through today that you have found helpful in tuning in with that inner wisdom, so that the moms that are listening today can experience one of those practices that you enjoy doing?
Sure. I practice a little breathing exercise to help quiet my mind and get rid of all the to-do lists and all the thinkings to actually be able to connect with the inner wisdom.
Awesome. So we're ready when you are.
Okay, so I'll ask your audience to close their eyes and take a moment to reconnect with yourself. Bring your attention to the center of your body, which is a couple inches below your navel. This is where the energy is being generated. So now focus on your breathing. On every inhale, you want to create room in your belly. And on every exhale, you want to amplify this energy. So imagine this little dot of light at the very center of your body, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, traveling throughout your entire body. It's coming out of your feet all the way down to the center of the earth and all the way up to the sky. And you are fully connected and supported. You may say thanks. Breathe in exhale and smile, and you can open your eyes.
Beautiful. Lovely. It's such a simple practice. You know, it just took us a few minutes there, and it really felt like both an energizing practice, but also a very grounding practice. Having that connection with the earth and that connection with the sky is so important. I find that our culture just really supports us having a lot of energy in our heads, in our minds, of, you know, thinking through things, trying to figure things out, and sometimes it can really make us feel like we're sort of floating around in our day. So that's a really lovely practice for sort of resetting ourselves into the day, of having that connection with the earth and with the sky. And it only took a few minutes. So it's something I feel like moms could do to start their day. They could integrate it at the end of the day, or, you know, if it's feeling like one of those days that is just go, 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 and you're not feeling connected with, you know, moving through that process, that just to take a couple of minutes, you know, whether you're with some little people at home or whether you're at work, wherever it happens to be, to just to take those couple of minutes. And, you know, if you are at home with the kids, to make sure that they have something to do, that they're safe, and, you know, to step behind a closed door and just do that for a couple minutes. Or, you know, if you're at the office, to find a quiet space that you can close the door, or, you know, whatever it happens to be, to go outside for a walk and do that process during your day would be so so connecting and energizing.
Yeah, and it's a great way to connect with our inner self. Just to we often we're trying to suppress the belly, like just to try to flatten our belly. It's like everywhere, but we're forgetting to breathe and create room. And this is where like our intuition and that little voice inside our, you know, our true self, this is where it lies. So we really need to reconnect this part of the not the belly, but the part of the body.
Yeah, absolutely. Connecting with that source of energy, that source of intuition is really about, you know, what this whole program, the Navigating Motherhood with Confidence program, is about. You know, we have such easy access to information that feeds our minds, that having a tool like this to really connect with that inner wisdom at the core of us is so, so fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I want to invite our listeners. I know that you, Annie, are creating a most fantastic community online, both on Facebook and through your website. Would you like to share it with us today?
Yes. If anyone, I feel, can you hear okay? I feel like there's a little, yeah, okay, sorry.
That's all right. It's all coming through all right.
Okay. The women are more than welcome to join the Facebook group. It's a free group, obviously, but there's a lot of wisdom in that group. We're sharing any, you know, inspirational quotes or little tools to help us in our healing process. And I also offer free readings and free healing sessions throughout the week. So the group is called Conscious Adventures. And there's actually a link. If you go on my website, anniepichette.com, anyone can create a free account, and then they'll get all of the information to join the Facebook group. And within that membership site, there's tons of fitness exercises for moms that are safe and effective to heal the core after birth. And there's videos about foods and focus of the minds. We have a series of interviews with healers in the world. It's there's a lot of information, and it's all free for moms, so they're more than welcome to join this. And there's even interviews with you, Dr. Sarah Hardy. So it's great.
It is the most fantastic resource that you've created for moms, Annie. So for those of you who want to explore it, AnniePichette.com, AnniePichette.com. As Annie said, there's some guidance there for signing up for your free membership to the site, and then within the site, some most fantastic resources, videos and interviews and really for all aspects, this side of things, healing after having pregnancy and birth, and into your mothering years, and that nourishment and support for your mind and soul as well. So an absolutely fantastic resource. Thank you so much, Annie, for sharing that wisdom that you're gathering with us and for sharing your time with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's great what you're doing.
All right, my dear. Take care. Have a most wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for joining us today, beautiful mama. For additional resources to nourish the connection with your inner wisdom, visit vitalitynaturalhealth.ca and sign up for the Navigating Motherhood with Confidence free 21-day program. It guides you through a variety of practices and the ways you can integrate them into your life every day. With love, until next time.